Hi, I'm Fred Armisen, and I'm at Amoeba in San Francisco. When I was in Trenchmouth, we'd go on tour. We toured a lot. We had a $20 a day per diem, but for San Francisco, we're like, we'll give ourselves a little more so we can go record shopping. So we'd go to this one and the one out in Berkeley, because we all understand that we want all these records. Here's a few things that I've got so far. John Fahey is my first time I've ever bought an album by him, but a friend of mine played his music, and also Joyce, who's this Brazilian singer. I don't know enough of her music to pick out anything, and there were so many, I just picked out the two. One seemed kind of current, and one seemed kind of from a long time ago. So that's Joyce. John Fahey, there were so many albums, but I thought, this one said 1971, and 1971 is such a good year for albums, so my assumption is that there's some good stuff. He's a guitar player, John Fahey. A friend of mine told me about the Turtles, and I don't have anything by them, but someone told me about a comedy album they did. They did a Battle of the Bands, and they play all the bands, and it sounds amazing, but I couldn't find it, so here's the greatest hits. I'm not usually into greatest hits albums, but I thought, let me just start here. Turtles. This is an album, the soundtrack to this movie Go, and I've been really into like movies from like 2000 and late 90s. This is more like when things were ending, I feel like, kind of the 90s were shutting down. Yeah. And there's just some great songs on here. That song, Steal My Sunshine, is just it's such a great song. I was lying on the grass of Sunday morning last week, indulging in my self-defeat. I know it's up for me. If you steal my sunshine. You know, even the way the posters looked and everything for movies then, I can't believe I'm saying then. It seems recent, but I guess it's not. But anyway, so I was like, oh, I was happy to find this. Two Paul McCartney 7 inches. I like collecting Paul McCartney things. This is an Animal Liberation album, and Captain Sensible has a song in here. Captain Sensible being one of the greatest artists ever, one of the greatest musicians ever, and he's got a song in here called What No Meat, which is really cool and really funny. I'm not so neat crazy, it's just so neat, baby. But there's some other great people in here too. Lena Lovitch, Colorfield, that's the guys from The Specials and The Fun Boy 3.
I haven't thought about Shriekback.
This is all great. Shriekback, yeah, they were great. Okay. This is a really great song, the Madame Butterfly, the Malcolm McLaren version. It's got a good little beat to it, and there's it's really good. Yeah, it's excellent. There's a great song on this, Suddenly Last Summer in Motels, where it's a drum machine, but there's a little bit of live drums over it, which just sounds nice, and it actually reminds me a lot of LA and summertime. I guess it's called Suddenly Last Summer. But it's just cool, the drum machine sounds really great on it. And then suddenly, last summer. Dave Barbarossa, one of the greatest drummers ever. Leroy Gorman, one of the greatest bass players ever. His bass playing is unreal. That's a dancer they used to have, but Annabella Lewin, great. And then, one of my favorite artists ever, Petra Haden, she does a cappella albums, and she's a genius, and this just came out. it took me by surprise. I just saw it. I was like, oh my God, it's out. So couldn't wait to get this. So that's all my stuff.
Well, thank you so much for your time and
My
shopping with
pleasure.
us.
Thank you for having me here.